What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode of Pips and Points. I'm your host, Jono, and I'd like to start by giving a special shout out to all my subscribers. Those are my Piptonites, guys. You are the best. Thank you for supporting me in my journey on YouTube to share with you all the awesome stuff that I have learned. And to all the new guys that have stumbled across this channel for the first time, welcome to Pips and Points. On this channel, I aim to I aim to share with you how I navigate the NAS100, okay? And in doing so, you're going to spot a number of opportunities yourself that you can use yourself to profit within the markets. Now, in saying that, I am not a financial advisor and I'm not giving you financial advice. This is just how I play the markets, and as I'm sharing that with you, it's only fair to assume that you're going to spot opportunities in this video that you could potentially use for yourself, okay? And if you find the information useful, it's benefited you in any way, shape or form, please hit the subscribe button, become a Pip tonight, turn on the notification, drop a like, do all the awesome stuff that YouTube likes, just to boost the algorithm, just so that it can help this video get out to as many people as possible, because I want people just to see how I'm doing things. And if they have a better way of doing it, naturally, either they will drop it in the comment section, or they might even have their own content. So yeah, just go over there and take a look and see what it is, right? Because this is like the university of learning to improve yourself, right? So that's what I aim to share with all of you guys today. So thank you all for giving me your precious time, and I'm hoping today I'm going to deliver the absolute best technical analysis I can possibly deliver to you guys. That's always is my target. That is what I always strive to deliver. And so with nothing more to say or to do, let's get into it. So first things first, I'm going to turn on all the stuff that we had on from before. Wait, right, there we are. Right, so as you can see, within the last 3 videos, I mentioned the potential sell opportunity up here. Market is doing what we expected market to do, and it is going down. So if you picked it up anywhere around here just by watching what I was discussing with you guys, and you did your own technical analysis, which I would encourage all of you to do, and it all made sense, and you jumped in with a sell, you would be in profit right now. So well done to you. Okay, so what's going on now? So in this situation that we're seeing right now, I'm actually going to go into a lower time frame, right? A much lower time frame, but we're just going to discuss this for a second. So what we can see here, and this is on the daily, right, is that we've had two. This was not all-encompassing red, but I was hoping it was going to be all-encompassing red, but it wasn't. It doesn't matter anyways, because it did what I thought it was going to do. It produced another major red to the downside, and now what we have is a push all the way down and now a pullback. Now this particular wick over here caught a lot of people out, right? It caught a lot of people out, and it's actually caught me out a number of times, but there's one particular time when it caught me out, and I was very new to the whole trading world. And I remember the girl that I was with, or the woman I was with, well, the girl that I was with, because we were both really young back then, right? I told her that I was selling the market, right? And bearing in mind, I did not know what I was doing. So I did not know all the stuff I'm sharing with you now. I did not know any of it. Zero, zilch, nothing, right? So I think it was the NAS that I was trading, right? And I sold, right? So I sold, and I sold somewhere. So this wasn't the exact chart that we're looking at right now. This is like a few years ago, but I'm just using it as an example. So back then I sold somewhere around here, right? So say we're using this chart as an example. I sold somewhere around there, and then the market did that, and I got stopped out. And I remember I told her about it, and she literally ripped me to shreds. And as much as I tried to explain to her that's not exactly what happened, right? She just won't have it, because we know that this is going to go back down again. It is going to go down, right? Well, not we know. I am, what's the word I'm looking for? I am fairly confident that price is going to push back down again, okay? Not set in stone, fairly confident price is going to push back down again. And what it's done is it's just created an order block. So this whole situation right here is potentially going to be an order block. It looks like it's going to be one. So it's an order block, but it's not order block to push to the upside. It's an order block of continuation, right? So I believe it's still going to go down. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into a lower time frame. So let's just see what the 4 hourly gives us, right? And as you can see, we're already getting the typical shape to say that price is going to be pushing down. And if you wanted to sell, so if you miss this opportunity, this could be another good opportunity to go into. So rather than mess up this whole thing, this whole drawing that we've got going on over here, we're going to keep that as it is. And I'm going to bring in another NAS chart, right? Another one. So this is the same thing that we've got going on, this exact same thing. So we can just go into a daily, right? And what we're going to do is we're just going to focus on this area for now. So all the drawings is going to be based off this little area right here, right? That's what we're going to do. We're just going to focus on that for now. So let's get out of this, right? And then we're going to go into, say, the hourly time frame. Now this was the major wick that we've just seen at the bottom, right? And it's pulled back, okay? So anyone that took a sell anywhere around this level, could have done well for a minute and then would have got caught out. And even worse, if you took a sell at this level, you'd have done well and you would have got caught out. So what do we have going on here, right? So what do we have going on here? Well, first off, we have a resistance level, which is right here, and it's being adhered to. So if you go to the MACD, we're going to confirm if this is indeed a high or not, right? So we're just going to make this MACD a bit bigger. We're going to look to where this wick was. And we can see it's a low. Yeah, let me just make this a little bit bigger. Just confirm. So this was just a low, and the second wick after, it looked at it as a high. So I'm going to remove this from where it is, right? And we're going to use this level. But, okay, right, because there's two ways of looking at this, right? Yeah, we're just going to look at it from the structure point of view. So we're just going to say this is a resistance level because this is the top of the wicks. But however, this high here is invalid in my opinion, right? So in my opinion, the high in this section over here is invalid. I would not look at this as a high because MACD has confirmed this as a low. So I want to look at that. But we're just, for the sake of this video, right, we're just going to say this is a resistance level, and it actually is a resistance level on the hourly. It actually is, right? So how this whole situation is looking is like we have consolidations plus liquidity grabs, right? But the overall main structure of this thing is going this way. It's going this way, right? And this here is a liquidity grab, right? So with this structure that we've got going on right here, okay, and it looks like it's going into a squeeze. So if you look at it, it's going into a squeeze. So the top is flat. Okay, so MACD says this area here is a low, right? And that makes sense to me. I understand why MACD is saying that, and it's saying that these two levels here are a high. But however, because this wick over here and this wick over here are touching on the same level, give or take, for the sake of this video, we're just going to say this is a resistance level, a price action level, right? Which it is. It is a price action level, but it's a deceiving price action level, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what exactly is going on here and what is most likely going to happen, right? So if I draw a trend line on the top, right, so I draw another one on the top, we can see that this overall situation right here is my little pen, could be going into a squeeze. Right, so this could be going into a squeeze like that, and then eventually spill down, That is what this is looking like to me right now. So anything on this level, if you're looking at the hourly, if I was to sell this, where this red little box, red little rectangle I've drawn, that is where I'll be looking to stick in my sales. Anytime market comes into this zone, I'll be sticking in sales at this level, right? Because I'm fairly confident that price is going to be pushing back down again. It's not done doing what it's doing, right? And say if I went into a much higher time frame, you're going to see how much sense it makes, right? So if you look at it from this point of view, you're going to see it makes a lot of sense. And if you go even higher up the day, you can see that, okay, this might drag on for a bit, so it might consolidate for a little while longer. It might go on for a bit, all right? But bottom line is, there's a very good chance, if I can just get this lined up right, there's a very good chance it is going to push down. It is going to push down. Now, once again, like I say, this is not financial advice, and I'm not giving you financial advice. Sorry, what the hell am I saying? This is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only giving you my point of view in regards to what I think the potential plays are for the coming week, right? And if you look at it, this looks like an inverted head and shoulders. So this whole situation over here, it actually looks like an inverted head and shoulders. So we've got shoulder number one. Then we've got the head, which you could say is a double head and shoulders. So this one and then this one. But we'll just say head and shoulders, keep it simple. It could be a double head, right? And then we've got this over here. Then now we're going to see where this pullback lands, right? Where this pullback lands. And if it lands anywhere in this zone and pushes back up again, then it's fair play to say this is where we enter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disregard everything. I mean, not disregard. I'm going to get rid of everything I've drawn on this chart for now. So we're going to get rid of everything. We're going to go back to the one we was looking at before, right? The older one. Well, not the older one, the other one, I should say. So we go back to the other one, which is over here, right? And then we look to see where everything is. So if I did the same thing over here, let's see how well this lines up. So we're looking at this on a daily, right? So this is shoulder, right? Then we've got a double head and shoulders. And we've got the potential shoulder, which is now forming, right? Which is now forming. So this is how this looks. So let me get rid of this. We don't want this anymore. Right, so let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. So if you look at this now, we can see that there's a very good chance that the shape that I've drawn is the actual shape, right? And if market comes down here, so this is my saying, right? Exactly what I said before in the last video, right? So this zone right here is where we want to be looking for buys, okay? But because of this potential head and shoulders right here, there's a very good chance that the shoulder would land around here, which will basically mean it's created a higher low. So this was the lower low, and a low here would be a higher low, right? And if that situation is to happen, then I'm not going to wait for it to get down here before I enter the market. I'm going to enter the market from up here. Why? Because it's created a new lower high, right? And in my case, I would be right in assuming, right? I'd be fairly right to a degree in assuming the market is going to bounce off here, right? So market is going to do something along the lines like this. This would be my opinion, right? This would be how I would see this whole move. So I would say market will do something like this, right? It will consolidate, do whatever it's doing over here, then it will break down, boom. It will land about here somewhere, which confirms this bottom over here, so this liquidity grab area. It will confirm that for us, and then it will shoot up, right? And then once it's done that, there's a very good chance it will settle somewhere around here somewhere. It may come back to this level again and then do another push to the upside that we really want. But the whole thing that we want to be keeping an eye on should this move happen. So there's two moves that we're waiting to happen as we're going into the down at the moment. Where price settles at, so if price breaks below a certain price, right, where it settles at, And if it starts to push back up again, it's fair to assume that it's going to break this overall structure over here and head up. But it might not go completely all the way to the top side. It might pull back down again. And then when it does pull back down again, we have to look for a potential landing spot. Why? Because this is going to be an area of a re-entry for me. This is an area where I'm going to get back in again. And with that said, I will be looking at something around this area. And the two main confirmation is a pullback down to this side. I'll be riding it in hope that it goes above this high that I've confirmed, okay? That I've confirmed that is a confirmation that price wants to go back up again, right? So because of this move over here, in my assumption, I'm saying price is going to be breaking above this level sometime very soon. It's going to be breaking the structure very soon. It could break it now. It could dance around for a bit, head down to the bottom, and then shoot back up again. But bottom line is, it's going to do it at some point very soon. When? Only God knows, right? So that's what I'm thinking is going to be happening. Whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know, because like I always say, I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just playing it by how I see it, and hopefully you guys are going to look at this, you're going to do your own homework on the side, and you're going to come back and you're going to either share with us or not share, however way you want to do it, it's up to you. But you're going to know whether if what I'm saying makes sense or if it does not make sense, right? So this is what I'm looking at the moment based on what I'm seeing, and only time will tell to see how it's going to play out. If you're looking for a quick time play, then market is in the best position now for another sell down to this level, if that's what you want to do. Not saying that's what you should do. Me personally, I'm not doing anything in the market until I get a confirmation somewhere around this level or this level. This level is better. This level is a diamond standard for me. That's what I want to see. I want to see it down here so I can grab it. It's nice and cheap. But wherever it decides to settle at is where I'm going to have to work with. Okay? So with that said, I want to thank you all for coming over and giving me your precious time once again. Guys, I truly appreciate you for giving me your time and coming over and spending that with Jono at Pips and Points. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And if you haven't done so already, if you found the content useful, it will cost you absolutely nothing to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification, and drop us a quick like. All right? I will truly appreciate that. The YouTube algorithm will appreciate that. And yeah, if you could do that for me, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Other than that, you guys have an awesome evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And this is Jono signing out.